Have you all seen what has happened to John Mbadi? Have you seen what has happened to John Mbadi? Have you seen John Mbadi being pushed? Being removed from the red carpet, asikanyage red carpet anywhere. ODM, I thought you people were in the government. I thought you people had equal share in that broad-based government. What is happening? What is happening? ODM people, I want you to tell me what is happening. If you are new to this platform and you are coming here for the first time, kindly take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly do that, na kama kawaida, I'll be back. Thank you everyone who has subscribed, and for the return subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So as I was saying, you have seen that video of Mbadi being pushed, being removed from the red carpet. Ataende kae huko hivyo na watu na nini. This is the finance minister. This is the CS for finance. You people, when will you learn? When will you learn that you are guests in this government? You are not members of this government. You are guests in this government. You people, ODM did not support this government to come into power. There is no way you are going to be treated special. So for this, I just want to show you video of people who have been treated the same way. And I also want to show you video of who is it? Gashagwa speaking about this same man and one government blogger anaitwa by the name Itumbi. I just want you to watch this video and then I'll come back and then I'll give my analysis on everything. So kindly watch these videos na kama kawaida I'll be back.
So one of the PAs ya mkubwa akanipigia simu. Mtu yuko huko mtu ya 36. Wewe ni deputy president ya sangapi? Mala ya deputy president.
Tafadhali tufungulie kule mbele magari. Naomba tufungue kule mbele wananchi ili tupishe magari. Hii basi ikiwa ndio gari ya mwisho niombe.
He says that I'm fighting small people. Itumbi. I don't know Itumbi. You can see the things he was writing about me. And then Itumbi, the chief propagandist for William Ruto. Again, he's not a small man. This government of William Ruto is run by Itumbi and Farook. This Itumbi, all these statements you see ministers issuing, like the one DCI has issued about the violence yesterday in Mweki. It's Dennis who crafts them. He crafts the messages, and you can see even that is language. He gives them to read. And my problem with that so-called small man is that they work in cohort with the president. And he hangs around State House. And if you have a discussion with the president and he doesn't like the way it is going, he sends him a text, and Dennis walks into the president's office and says, Mr. President, you are late for the next meeting. And the president brings the meeting to a closure. I had not realized that until I studied. I saw there's a pattern. And any time I had many issues with the president that were not pleasant, I would face him and say, this is not right, this is not good, and I would win the argument, and he doesn't like it, and he would like to bring a meeting to a closure. Somehow Dennis walks in, and I saw a pattern. So one day, we were launching, the president was going to sign, the housing levy law, bill into law. And I was with the president in his office, the two of us, and I had a very hot conversation with him. And I was telling Mr. President, Kenyans are not interested in affordable housing. And people are very unhappy about the taxation. And Mr. President, only a fool doesn't change his mind. Let us look at this thing. And please, from the feedback I'm getting from the ground. And Mr. President, I was elected with you. I mean, it's my job to tell you what the people are saying. And since we are elected together on a joint ticket, when I see we are going down and I don't tell you, it is not fair. Then when we were just continuing, I think he took a phone, Itumbi comes, and he said, Mr. President, we need to go. And I told Itumbi, my friend, next time you interrupt me when I'm with the president, you know who I am. Get off. I am the deputy president. I was elected with the president here. Who are you to come and interrupt our discussion? Do you know what we are discussing? The president just looked and said, I think we go. Okay? So that is how I raised that issue. You know, and I told him, Mr. President, how do you get these people to come and interrupt a meeting with your deputy all the time? So that those are the issues we were saying.
Well, so guys, I believe you watched those videos. As for the president's personal assistant, I wouldn't like to speak much about him because I think that is his personality. Maybe that is how he works. Maybe you guys are just seeing him for the first time. We are just experiencing because the president is the president. Now he has to be more visible than he was previously when the president was just maybe an MP and deputy president and all those things. Because remember, apparently this guy has been with the president for the longest time. He has been his personal assistant for the longest time. So if there is anyone who understands Ruto, then this man understands Ruto inside out. If there's a man Ruto understands, then Ruto understands this man inside out. Because your personal assistant, lazima kuelewe, lazima ajue what you want and what you need so that he is able to act. So I wouldn't want to speak much about him. As for the other government blogger, I wouldn't like to speak much about him. For me, I always see is someone who is just outside there to protect unga yake. He's always there to support, to protect his unga yake and everything. So he'll do everything and anything to make sure that protect ile unga yake and everything. And you know, sometimes when you're close to power inakuingia. Sometimes you feel like you are all powerful, you should take charge, you should those things are always there when you feel like you are close to power, or you feel like you are the one now, you are the one in charge. It's always there sometimes. It's very, very few people can control power like isiwaingia kwa kichwa. But you have seen what has happened, especially to Mbadi. I just want to speak to Mbadi and ODM supporters. This deal yenye mulingia was not a good one. This deal, hapa mali penye baba aliwapeleka, this was not a good place. But you people, you don't want to listen. You people, you don't want to be told. Mtaki kuambiwa. The place yenye baba alijiingiza, alijaribia. Raila amejaribia vitu mingi sana. And that's why if you cannot see that Raila's influence has really, really reduced ever since he joined that government, I don't know what else you people want to see. This is a man who was always making headlines on the newspaper. Right now, people don't talk about him. This is a man who every time he will make a statement, it will be earth-shaking a statement. But right now, Raila can call a press conference and nobody cares. Raila can go into that Capitol Hill and keep shaking those people's hand and meeting all those people and putting all those statements that he always writes and everything. But nobody cares. Gachagua has taken his place. Right now, anytime Gachagua is always on the newspaper. There was a time in this country that if you wanted to sell a newspaper, lazima uweke picha ya Raila. Hata kama ni kidogo iko pale juu. Even if Raila did nothing. Even if Raila said nothing all that week and lazima ungeka picha yake pale juu. Ndio watu wanunue, because there are people who could buy many people will buy newspaper mali yenye wanaona Raila hako. Wakiona Raila yuko wanajua hakuna kitu kwa hiyo gazeti. So you people, you pushed where Raila aliwapeleka, it was very, 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 yani ODM, I wish you could have understood. I wish you could listen to the ground. The treatment Mbadi is getting and all those people are getting, you're just being put in your own place. You're just being told, don't stop being comfortable. Stop being comfortable in this government. You did not help us to get this government. Stop being comfortable. Because apparently ODM has started being comfortable. Mmeanza kuwa very, very much comfortable. Now someone is telling you, hey, chill man. Don't be comfortable here, because you can see they are also treating the same people that helped them get into that government. They are also being treated the same way. So you guys, ODM, hii mambo yenyu ya kuingiaga through serikali through back door. Anytime nataka kitu mnaingia through back door. Anytime mnaingia, because that's what Raila has been doing. Mnaingia through back door. You cannot get into power just by winning an election. Sasa kinawaramba. And kinawaramba big time. Me personally, in my own opinion, I don't see anything bad. You people are blaming president assistant for personal PA, president PA for doing what he's doing. I don't see anything bad than for what he's doing. The guy is just doing his work. The guy is just making sure that his boss is safe, his boss is protected, that no one comes to his boss without passing through him. The guy is just showing you that this is the president. Don't be so casual with the president, bana. Kila mtu acheza kwa lane yake. If the president want to see you, he will call you and he will see you. He might be doing it the wrong way, coming out in the public and do it, because I believe even Uhuru had a PA. Even Uhuru was a president, he had a PA. Even one of the PAs for Uhuru was Gachagua. Honestly, I never heard of Gachagua until he won that seat for Mathera. That is when I knew that this man was a PA to the president, to Uhuru Kenyatta. I never knew Kibaki's personal assistant. I never knew of Kibaki's personal assistant ever until he died. Misi kwa ijua. Same to Moi. Apparently they used to say Biwott was personal assistant to Moi, but I really doubt, because Biwott was a minister, Biwott was a member of parliament, Biwott was just everything. Maybe Biwott was just all powerful because of his proximity to power, but he never, hata kama he was, but he was never that all over people's face and everything. So I wouldn't blame the Ruto's personal assistant that much. Maybe that is his style of doing his thing. And at the end of the day, when you're a personal assistant to someone, you have to always look after the interests of your boss. So people are different. People are different at how they move and how they do their own thing. Even Raila's personal assistants, they have always come. We used to heard of Miguna and all those things. But my message is just to ODM people. Kindly stop getting into power through the back door. All the time mnaingia kwa serikali through the back door. At least focus mupate mushinde kura the right way, you get into power the right way. Hii mambo ya kutumia Raila strikes deals always behind the back, alafu anaingiza watu kwa serikali and then nini. You are now being exposed. So mimi sina huruma kwa Mbadi, because he betrayed the people. He betrayed the cause. He deserves everything he's going through. The guy is a finance minister who is totally, hata ukimwangalia, he just looks confused, just speaking figures and talking things. And if you listen to Mbadi, you'll just for those people who listen to people critically, wachana na hii kusikiza vitu juu, being impressed by many words and everything. If there is a minister in this country who is totally confused and he doesn't understand his docket completely vizuri, he's someone who has been thrown into the deep end, and now he needs to fight. Like ni mtu ametupwa deep end and akona idea ya kuswim. He knows how to swim, but he's not a professional swimmer. So he doesn't know how to get himself out of that water. So the only thing he can do is can use the little skill he has to make sure that at least he's afloat, and at least he show people that at least I can do something. I'm trying to find a way of just swimming and getting out of this. But in the long run, I will be vindicated. In the long run, I will be vindicated. Let's wait and see. In the long run, I'm going to be vindicated. But finally, on this issue of what Gachagua said about Farook and Dennis Itumbi, this is what I'd like to say. In life, this life is like we are chasing a wind. Anyone, and this goes to everyone, if you'll ever be in any position whereby you feel you are close to power, kindly treat people well. Find as much as possible to treat people well. Because life has shown over the years that Those people who treated people badly, it never ended good for them. Those people who took advantage, those people who had power and mistreated their people, it never ended well for them. The history is littered with a lot of evidence about this same thing. So, as much as you feel like you are in control, make sure you treat people well. So that when you go, because a time will come when everyone will go. This world has seen leaders who are ruthless to the core. But where did they end? What can we say about them? This is what I'd like to say. As long as you are on this earth, don't be used for a good example, for a bad example when you're gone. Don't let people use your name, or use your image, or use your history, or use your story for a good example. Because that thing eats you to your generation, to the core, to the generations to come and generation to come. It eats your generation, it eats your children, it eats everything. So deep down in your heart, try as much as possible, as much as you are doing your job, because your job sometimes it's difficult. There are some positions, honestly, it's very difficult. Sometimes you have to make tough decisions. It doesn't matter who you are. You might be a good person, but sometimes based on your job, you have to make very tough choices. But at the end of the day, always make sure that your conscience is right. Always make sure that you live with people well. Because everything you are chasing in this world, the money, the influence, the power, a time comes when all of it is nonsense. All of it is useless. All of it will lose meaning. All of it will never be of any value anymore. So live with people well, so that when you are gone, even when you lose everything, people will always remember you, and there'll always be some people who will always come and lift you from where you are. But if you treat people badly, even when you lose everything, because trust me, in this life, things happen. You can be the wealthiest man in this world, and then you get sick, and then utumie hiyo pesa yote kujitibu, and then once you are done treating yourself na hiyo pesa yote upone, and then ukishapona na umepona and you're broke, and no one wants to hear nini. That God has a way of humbling everybody. God has a way of making sure that everything balances out. So above it all, despite the position that you are, wherever you are, and this goes out to everyone who feels like they're in a position of influence, anywhere where you are, kindly take a moment and reflect, because remember, power is temporary. Power is never permanent. Power is temporary. The world has seen people who are very, very powerful, and they ended up as beggars. The world has seen people who had so much influence, but they died on the trenches like dogs. The world has seen so many things. And that's why I keep on saying that do good. Do good. Try as much as possible to do good. I know it might be difficult sometimes to always do good, but as much as you do it, try as much as possible to be on the right side. And history will remember you well. History will remember you well. That goes to everyone. Because in life, as I've said, we are all chasing wind. We are chasing something that we will never touch, that we will never get hold of. So that was my advice to everyone. This is my advice to everyone. You have seen what has happened to Gachagua. Gachagua used to be powerful. Gachagua used to speak to us vile anataka. Gachagua used to call Raila names. Gachagua used to call Luos and other communities names when he had power. Now look at him. He's the one being chased left, right, and center. He's the one being stopped from speaking. He's the one now who is now telling us everything. In life, God has a way of humbling people. It's always a matter of time. So when you speak, kindly measure what you say. When you want to act, fikiria. Don't be rush. Don't be quick to rush into making things. Anyway, guys, thank you for everyone who has watched my video, and For the new subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. Kindly put it in the comment section. What do you think about this ODM in government? Me, I feel like it was a total disaster, and look at how now they are being treated and everything. So I just want you to give me your feedback, say what you think about all this, and then in the comment section. But above it all, remain respectful, don't insult anyone, don't attack anyone. Personal attacks I don't encourage on this platform. And if you feel like you want to share anything to support this platform, my number is always there. Kindly do so, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Until next time, bye.